So today I'm going to be discussing the top 5 players who will never win a Super Bowl, and these 5 players on this list, they're all guaranteed Hall of Famers, but it's sad that they'll never be able to finally say they got a Lombardi trophy and a Super Bowl ring. So coming in at number 5 is Steve Smith Jr. Now, we know that Steve Smith, for the longest time, he was one of the best receivers on the Ravens, if not the best receiver on the Ravens. I know, even despite his size, he was still able to come out here week in and week out and just put on a show. Me personally, I just enjoy seeing, like, it seemed like that even though he was a top receiver, he was always like either wide open or he always got just good matchups. I don't know why. It seems like that team just let him go underneath the radar. Hell, even when he played in Carolina, he still looked good, and it's actually pretty sad because now that he's back with the Ravens, he's like, I think he's around 38 or 30. I know he's in his older 30s, so I don't know if he's gonna have enough tank of the gas left, and not to mention the fact that the Ravens, they're not looking like the same Ravens that they are from when they actually did win the Super Bowl, and that one must hurt the most because me personally, I gotta imagine that if you're on a team and if you've been with them so long, once you leave them, if you leave them and then they win a Super Bowl without you, that just has to hurt because like you've been with them for so long, but yeah, you can't get a Super Bowl ring. So that's why I got him on this list. He will definitely go down as a Hall of Famer. Coming in at number 4 is Jason Witten. Now, as a Cowboys fan, I believe that this might be Jason Witten's last season to win a Super Bowl because let's be honest here, Jason Witten, he's been putting on a show. He's been coming in and out and just been doing his thing. Like, he's always been that reliable tight end, but he's definitely approaching the ladder of his career. I mean, you can see now that when he does catch the ball, it's either he goes like out of bounds or he just like embraces to get ready for the hit. You know, Jason Witten, even though I do still think that he's not like, it's not like he's declining, he's just not getting as much touches, but if the Cowboys can't make a huge push into the playoffs, which I do think they will because they've been looking spectacular this year, but I don't think that Jason Witten, he's going to have enough to actually wait around because think about it, even if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, which could be understandable because they do have 2 rookies leading the way, how long would Jason Witten be able to stand in there and wait for them to develop into actual, like veterans? By the time Dak and Zeke are like actually veterans, like Jason Witten's going to be pushing 40s, if not early 40s. I just don't think that he'll be able to keep playing at this level. So this is like Jason Witten's one of his last years. If not, I give him 2 to 3 more years to finally win a ring. Coming in at number 3 is Andre Johnson. Now, this guy was a beast. I mean, Andre Johnson, one of his most memorable moments will be him giving Cortland Finnegan the hands. But besides that, we know that Andre Johnson, to me personally, he's an underrated receiver. I've been seeing people say stuff like AJ Green is better than Andre Johnson. I'm just like, come on, man. This is Andre Johnson. He was definitely, he's basically suffered from being on a bad team because the Texans, they barely, if not, I think that Andre Johnson, he hasn't even won a playoff game. And the fact that that stands on his record, that just makes it look bad. But his stats do not lie. He will definitely be a Hall of Famer. And it just sucks that he's had to play for 2 bad teams. First it was the Texans for majority of his career, and then he had to go and play for the Titans, and it's just sad seeing a good receiver like him not being able to get a ring. Although he has announced that he's retiring, I doubt that the Titans are going to be able to make like a 10-game win streak into the playoff and just beat every single team. Like, I doubt that's going to happen. Coming in at number 2 is Adrian Peterson. Now, this is just painful because all the stuff that Adrian Peterson has been through, it's just been like, just his life story is just so incredible. It's just so amazing just listening about it, and the fact that this guy won't get a ring, all the hard work they've done after coming back from that amazing, when he tore, I believe he's tore his ACL, he was out for the season, he comes back, has an MVP type year. I believe he rushed for, don't quote me on this, but I think it was either like 2,000 or close to that. He just went insane. Like, Adrian Peterson, the fact that he's been carrying the Vikings on his back for so long, knowing that the Vikings, even when the Vikings were bad, like, he still stood in there and he still ended up rushing and just doing good. And me personally, even though in order for him to win a Super Bowl ring, they would have to, like, the Cowboys win it. Like, it would, obviously he's in the NFC, the Cowboys are in the NFC, but I would not mind seeing AJ Peterson get a ring. So yeah, this actually does hurt, like, not seeing him get a ring. Although if they do get a quarterback, because all they're missing, me personally, I think they need to get Sam Bradford out of there. Like, Sam Bradford is definitely not a Super Bowl quarterback, but if they do get a quarterback, his dream will be alive just a little bit, but his career has been like riddled with injuries. I think that he's in the latter of his career. Not saying that he's bad, but I'm just thinking that Father Time is definitely winning against him. Coming in at number one, you guys probably all guessed it, Larry Fitzgerald. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was mad at the Panthers for getting blown out in the Super Bowl. What they did last year was disgusting, and I'm not even mad at the fact that the Broncos won, because me personally, I like DeMarcus Ware. He's on the Broncos, and I wanted him to get a ring just because he's been on the Cowboys for so long. But the reason why I'm mad at the Panthers for losing is because they did so good against the Cardinals. The Cardinals, I wanted that team to go into the Super Bowl. Like, I was back and forth. On one hand, I wanted Cam Newton to win the Super Bowl because he was out there. That was a young team. Let's be honest. Josh Norman, Cam Newton, all those guys, a young team. They were so lit. They had a lot of energy. But on the other hand, you had the Cardinals, who were the veterans. They had people like Carson Palmer, Larry Fitzgerald, John Brown. Like, they had so many good people that you just wanted them to win a ring. Carson Palmer played for a trash team his whole life. Cincinnati, well, they're not trash, but a bad team, Cincinnati Bengals. Larry Fitzgerald, he's barely even been to the postseason. When they did have that Super Bowl run, we got beat. He got beaten out by, oh my God, let's not even talk about the Steelers. The catch that was even better than his. Like, they got outplayed. But it's sad to see that Larry Fitzgerald, he definitely might not be winning a ring, especially how the Cardinals have playing. It's just not looking good for him. But overall, these are the top 5 players that I think will never win a ring. Even though they're Hall of Famers, they're not going to win one. Comment what you guys think down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.